Alright, getting back to the topic and everything about what's going on inside the United States. I like to say North America because it just feels wrong to say the United States. The reason why I say that is this country has gone to one war after another. There's been one body count after another. Body count in Afghanistan was 48,000. Body count in Iraq was like 76,000. I don't know if that was combined with Afghanistan. But it reached a total of up over 100,000 killed. That's why I think I'll just say North America, and you guys can just take it as me saying, North America. Anyway, let's get back to what I need to say real quick. Clive Owens, and a few of your little friends there, do me a favor and stay out of certain companies inside of Pennsylvania, let alone the United States, which, like I said, in North America, using the word CAST to try to find out what people are doing. It's illegal. Witchcraft is illegal. Sorcery is illegal. Prophecy, profiteering through any of those is illegal. Tampering or messing with the internet is illegal since the United States doesn't own its own internet. It's actually on the European network through an Austrian connection, so that you guys can't actually hack your computer system. But anyway, inside where I work, there's been a few problems, people going in and out, using different mediums. One is a looking bowl, which is a little obvious to know, like, when they're using it, because you feel like you have, like, suds around your hand, or you see a bright light all of a sudden appear above your head. That normally disappears. The ostrich is the other one, and that's what I was thinking about with the place that I posted a picture, which looks like it looked like a ritual, and I think that's what that was. It wasn't a frog; it was an ostrich. So yeah, Clive, I know. As far as Clive Owens, I know you know how to use the ostrich outside itself, and it's also called animal abuse. So knock it off and do me a favor. I've seen some people inside where I work in other companies that if you're there to work, that's fine. But the other thing of it is, if you're there just to disrupt, tap computer systems, to use an underlying OS that's not out, because there are four OSs that are out there that aren't on the market, and to use them, Windows won't pick them up, Apple won't pick them up, Linux may not even ever pick them up, and you could actually, take from any one of these systems like it's nothing, because it can't pick up the OS. It doesn't use an ISP number and nothing. It uses a category type internet service, excuse me, and whatnot. It's a heck of a lot more complex, but at the same time, it's simpler. Let's see. As far as with Clive Owens, and when people hear me, especially with the cops, you hear me say that I'll see you in death, and it just means that you more than likely messed up. Especially with law. Police are responsible for, I don't really use police, so I use military, or I use soldiers, even up to the two knights. I mean, you really got to be careful when you start looking at your gun and everything and whatnot. But anyway, let's getting back to it. Influencing people through a live artifact, through Warehouse 13 or Area 13 is illegal. And I have a guy here down at Dodge that I know had access to this location in Muncie. Once again, you got to behave yourself while you're in the state of Pennsylvania, let alone any country, especially in Europe, because I've seen you guys just outright, misuse stuff. And over there, you guys kind of got warned a few times, and then you got kicked out of the country, and whatnot. as far as Elizabeth and all these guys and everyone that sits over there, like I told you earlier, you're still on this list. Putin, you're on this list. Once a murder is committed, automatically the president, the queen, the prince, the princess, whoever ordered it, even into the politicians, even into Senate, Congress, Republic, communism, Nazism, Judaism, you can even going into the other countries, you guys are 100% responsible once that trigger is pulled by a soldier. So automatically your names will be written down. That's why it's just best not to go to war. U.S. was ordered, as well as Russia was ordered, to sit down and just talk, put your guns down for a second, take a pistol and, keep it in its, harness down there, or I call it a gun tote, you guys call it a gun harness, and sit down and see what they want, because most of the time, I know for a fact that one person or group they're attacking did absolutely nothing through the intelligence services, because the intelligence services over in Russia, Germany, and Russia, and the Arab country, China, Singapore, Japan, Philippines, up to Czechoslovakia, to South America, have been concerned about the United States' actions through its presidents. And they want to know why a president is sitting in a place where an heir or a king or heir king should sit. And like I said, assumed kings, they normally have to have an artifact next to them to actually have that authority. And that's why over in Area 13, that's supposed to be locked up tighter than any area inside the United States, even worse than Area 51, because of the fact of live artifacts being in there and being dangerous. So like I said, this ain't a threat. This is actually real life. I'm a real life monarch, but I'm a real life heir king too. And this is how government sometimes sits and watches, and then comes around, and all of a sudden a bunch of people will get locked up because they did something wrong. I like to use discipline facilities more than prisons, because you have to work. You have to work every day. It's just that you report to a prison.